everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I just recently got a chance to see Christopher Robin, which of course is this breathtaking, whimsical, beautiful tale of none other than Winnie the Pooh. And of course, it's all about the passage of time and what changes a man, and how imagination is so important to hold on to, and why we should never lose grasp of our childhood. And I'm a big kid, so I absolutely adored this film. And I'm the type of person, I'm never going to get tired by cartoons. I'm always going to be watching cartoons, and I even draw just as a hobby, and I write as well. So my imagination is very much intact even to this day and age. But I like to say that the animation in this movie was nothing short of breathtaking, and just the different backdrops were just so stirring and mystifying that you found yourself awash in nostalgia, and I almost cried. And it's that's a first for me, because usually if I go see a movie like this and know it's going to be tugging on my heartstrings a little bit, I will let some liquid drop from the lacrimal glands. But needless to say, the soundtrack was absolutely fantastic, and Ewan McGregor was unbelievably tremendous as Christopher Robin. And I want to say, oh, Obi-Wan, it's you. But yeah, I know a lot of other people were saying that. But he's just a consummate actor, and he portrays that sort of character very well. It seems kind of pigeonholing him to be a British, stodgy efficiency manager, and etc. But he fits the bill, quite literally. But it's just such a lovely tale, and there's so much to go on here. A lot of good pedantic lessons to be learned, and I love movies like this. It's just it makes me glad that I have my creativity intact, and I'll never lose that creativity. It's always something that I'm going to carry with me no matter how old I get. As far as the films go, and giving it a rating, I would definitely give it 5 stars. There's no doubt in my mind that this deserves all 5 stars, glistening in the heavens above, and 2 thumbs way up. Doubtless, of course. And I don't know if this would be a contender, maybe with the soundtrack, because I really like the soundtrack. And I love soundtracks just because of that. And this had such a mellow, peaceful, kind of pleasant sort of country, rural feel to it. And it's just like you're strolling through a meadow, and you see all these flowers in bloom, and there are butterflies and birds and all kinds of animals. And it's a lush, verdant area. I mean, I could go on. That's what I was seeing in my head, and this wilderness in front of you is never ending. You could just run and run and never tire. But that's what I felt when I was hearing this music for the first time. It just, my mind runs wild when it hears classical music. But there really weren't any lulls in the film. It wasn't boring at all, and there's a lot to be learned from it, especially in how businesses are run, economics, just how it's good to keep your perspective intact, and never get downtrodden. Always have that in mind. Now, as far as characters are concerned, I gotta say that I'm a lot like Tigger, and, well, it's obvious, but actually a little bit like Owl as well. I try not to make a big deal out of that. I don't like to be overbearing, but I'm definitely a Tigger type because I'm really happy and I'm really bouncy and I love life and I get a lot of gusto and I'm happy and cheerful and and I like to make other people smile and laugh and that's just the way I am. Um, but that's basically all I got to say about Christopher Robin. If you're a fan of Winnie the Pooh, if you like A.A. Milne, if you want to learn more, then this is definitely the film you need to see because it's nothing short of magnificent. And that's all I got to say. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao tutti.